Donna Spence Catcher. And Karen Lay. Congratulations, ladies, on your 50th anniversary of the 1975 Softball State Championship. Next up, we would like to honor the 2023 Boys State Volleyball Championship team. The 2023 Boys Volleyball team achieved a perfect 23-0 record and secured the EPC title over Emmaus, the District 11 AAA title over Emmaus, and the PIAA AAA State Championship over Shaler area. Led by seniors Isaac Uthapan and Chase Robbins, who was first team All-State, the Trojans finished the season with a 69-5 set record, earning Parkland its 16th state championship. In 2024, they repeated as EPC and District 11 champions before falling in the PIAA AAA final to Shaler area. Ladies and gentlemen, team members in attendance are William Stiles, Kunal Sinasra, Joshua Nation, Luke Smith, Logan Nasri, Brady Hayward, Frederick Patton, Nicholas Bauer, and Ahmad Jaffer. Coaches in attendance are Scott Trumbauer, Ryan Trumbauer, Sean Lewis, and Matt Seifert. Other team members included Isaac Uthapan, Alexander Wilby, Rashul Gaspara, Chase Robbins, Shlok Mehta, Owen Rogers, Kobe Brisendine, and Krishna Patel. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Boys State Championship Volleyball team. First individual this evening that we would like to recognize could not be here with us tonight. It's Lisa Trombetta Fink, Parkland High School class of 1997. Lisa had an elementary education degree from Shippensburg University in 2001 and a special education degree from Cedar Crest College in 2003. At Parkland High School, she played soccer from 1994 to 1997, where she was a first-team All-League selection. In 1995-96 and 96-97 EPC All-Star selection, and she played soccer at Shippensburg University from 1997 to 2000, where she was a regional All-American in 1997 and was inducted into the Shippensburg Hall of Fame in 2015. She has spent the last 20 years working as a special education teacher in Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Arizona. She's married to E.J. Fink and has 5 children. Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa Trombetta Fink. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Paul Stewart. Paul is a graduate of West Hazleton High School and East Stroudsburg State College. From 1981 to 2017, Paul is a physical education teacher in the Parkland School District. While at Parkland, Paul is a head soccer coach for 4 years, an assistant soccer coach for 2 years, an assistant football coach for 6 years, an assistant girls basketball coach for 4 years, an assistant boys basketball coach for 30 years, and an assistant girls and boys track and field coach for 41 years. Paul has been a part of 54 league or district team championships. Paul's family includes, Paul is the son of Peggy and Paul Stewart, his wife Jane, children and spouses include Paul and Kara, Jeff and Rosie, Mike and Melissa, Jessica and Alec, and grandchildren Oliver, Cora, and Lily. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Stewart. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, from the Parkland High School class of 1989, Doug Leonzi. While at Parkland, Doug was a 3-year starter on the varsity football team. He was on the Big 33 watch list and an all-league selection. He was a 4-year starter on the varsity baseball team and an all-league selection. Doug continued his education at East Stroudsburg University, where he was a 3-year starter on the football team, he was all-conference and an all-American selection. Doug serves as a senior managing director at Truist Investment Services, where he has earned national recognition and has established himself as a leader in the financial industry. Doug and his wife Melissa have 3 daughters, all graduates of Parkland High School, who excelled in women's soccer, lacrosse, and tennis, and continued their athletic and academic pursuits at St. Joseph's University, Ursinus College, and the University of Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Parkland High School class of 1989, Doug Leonzi. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, from the Parkland High School class of 1997, Tony Sarko. While at Parkland, Tony played golf, where he was a PA State qualifier in 1996 and 1997. An undefeated team for 3 state years, 1995, 1996, and 1997. He was the Allentown match play champion in 2000, 2001, and 2002. Tony was the Mayor's Cup champion in 1996, the Lehigh Valley Amateur champion in 2016, and the Lehigh Valley Tournament of Champions winner in 2009. Tony went to Old Dominion University from the class of 2022. For his career, Tony is a financial advisor at Morgan Stanley, where he's the vice president. Tony's wife is Sherry, and daughters Tori and son Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Parkland class of 1997, Tony Sarko. And ladies and gentlemen, from the Parkland High School class of 1967, Jim Ott. While at Parkland, Jim played basketball. We earned 2 varsity letters and was the starting point guard his senior year. Jim also was on the cross-country team, where he earned 2 varsity letters, and during his senior year was a District 11 champion and state qualifier. While running track at Parkland, Jim earned 4 varsity letters. Junior year, he won leagues and districts in the mile. Senior year, he won districts in the mile and half mile, and also took 3rd in the state for the mile, and entered the 2-mile relay, which finished 3rd in the state. Jim attended the University of Tennessee. Jim is a proud U.S. Marine, a stockbroker, and is in the insurance industry. Jim's family are sons Jason, Justin, and Brian, and grandsons Caleb, Harper, Rocco, and Miles. Ladies and gentlemen, Parkland High School class of 1967, Jim Ott. And last but not least, from the Parkland High School class of 2005, Megan Lesser Kirschman. While at Parkland, Megan played softball, where she's the co-holder for Parkland's all-time wins with a career 67-9 record. Megan's softball team with the league and District 11 champs in 2003, 2004, and 2004 and 2005. Megan went on to graduate summa cum laude with a bachelor's in art education from Kutztown University and a master's degree in art education from Kutztown University. For the last 14 years, Megan has been an elementary art teacher in the Parkland School District at Chandel and Schnecksville Elementary Schools. Megan's parents are Wendy and Robert Lesser, his sister Katie Lesser Thompson, and brother-in-law Rob. Megan is married to Ryan Kirschman. Ladies and gentlemen, from the class of 2005, Megan Lesser Kirschman. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for our 2025 Hall of Fame inductees.
Good evening, Parkland families. My name is Jacob Barnett.
And I'm Kelly Wood.
And we're here with you with the Zephyrs at Trojans. Kelly, we got a great game for you guys tonight.
Definitely. Last time these teams met in December, the Zephyrs did take the win, but we're going to see how this time goes.
That's right. The Trojans have turned things around mid-season. They started the season to a rocky start, but now they are at 10-7 with 4-2 in the conference, and the Zephyrs sit at second place at 15-3 with a 5-1 record in their EPC divisional. Kelly, who are some key leaders on the Trojans that we should be on the lookout for tonight?
Some leaders on the Trojans are Blake Nastry. He's a sophomore. He got in a lot of playing time as a freshman, even in the state final game. First off the bench, but now he's leading the team in points with 204 points, which pretty big gap between him and the other players when it comes to points.
And another key player is Jude Roos. Jude is definitely the leading three-point shooter on the team with 26 made three-pointers. Kelly, I won't do the math estimate how many points that is, but I can tell you it's a lot. So definitely be on the lookout for those two players. Expect them to get a lot of playing time and ball action. But yeah, Kelly, I am excited for our matchup tonight.
Yeah, it's been great seeing this Parkland team grow, and I'm excited to see if they can get some redemption against Whitehall.
That's right. Looking a bit outside this game, in the EPC divisional for the Trojan Zephyrs, Trojans, of course, ranked number 3rd, Whitehall, number 2, Central, number 1. And Kelly, I gotta say, I had the pleasure of seeing them play a little bit last year, and they are a team to be scared of, I gotta say.
It's a powerhouse over there.
Powerhouse of a team. They got some big players, big shooters, so it's gonna be interesting how the rest of the season turns out, especially with Parkland's kind of a readjustment halfway through the season.
Yes. especially this very young team, filling some big shoes from last year, but they've been filling them.
I mean, it's got to be hard to follow up names like Nick Koval, Jay Thomas, and Zaire Smaltz, but I would say I'm not worried for the future of Parkland boys basketball. Let's put it that way.
Definitely.
And hopefully they can end the season on a great note. All right, coming up next, we got a tip-off for Trojans and Zephyrs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's EPC matchup. Warrior Trojans take on the Zephyrs from Whitehall. Before tonight's starting lineups are announced, would everyone please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back, Kelly. We just heard our amazing national anthem. I'm excited for a great game of boys basketball tonight.
We're about to see these starting lineups from both Whitehall and Parkland, and
We'll see what happens.
yeah, can't wait.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have a great game ahead of us.
It's gonna be so fun.
That's right.
A 6'1" guard, number 5, Sudge Kresge. A 6' guard, number 10, Talon Dogmanitz. And a 6'7" Shenner, number 23, AJ Hines. And now the starters for Warrior Trojans, led by head coach Eddie Olson, assisted by Hall of Famer Paul Stewart, Austin Veteran, Eric Zuber, and Matt Fritz. At guard, a 6' sophomore, number 13, T.J. Lawrence. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore, number 21, Blake Neffrey. At forward, a 6'6" junior, number 24, Ryan Kearney. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 5, Nas Adams. And at forward, a 6'4" junior, number 33, the officials for the seniors contest, Kyle Hutnick, Wetwood, and Jim Sands.
And we're off. Trojans versus Zephyrs. Already looks like a foul on the shot. Not a great way to start, but we'll see how this game plays out.
Finds the line shooting 2.
See one of Whitehall's players on the line. Not sure if it's 1 or 2 shots, but
For 2 shots.
2 shots.
First shot bounces out. And he sinks the second one.
Hey, Blake Nasty driving and
Pass up to TJ. TJ with the move. Ooh, too much. That's a
Whitehall's
Trojan turnover. Great move by the Zephyrs.
Lots of rebound action going on here. Ryan Kearney passes it up.
On top of the key, going out to Jude Roosh. Back out to the top of the key. Back out to Roosh. Back out to TJ. Throwing it cross court. Driving to the basket. Passing it back out top of the key.
Back to Noah Adams.
Got some great, yeah, Kelly, I gotta say, one thing that you gotta respect about Parkland's game is they're not afraid to pass the ball. They know what works for them, and for them is to pass, play as a team.
Clearly it worked.
And wait until they get the chance, well, like right there,
yes,
to make a basket.
Blake Nasty with the basket, and it's Whitehall's ball.
So the Trojans back on defense, hoping to Now, Kelly, I gotta say, a number 23 on the Zephyrs is a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, Eric Hines, definitely a force.
Zephyrs with the basket, making it 3-2, Whitehall.
Noah Adams bringing the ball down the court.
Passing it back out, Jude!
With the 3, it's good.
Trojans back on defense. The Zephyrs are really trying to use number 23. Really trying to get him into the paint. Just like that. I mean, I guess to a point where you can't block it anymore. You really can't defend it.
Yeah, it's a very back and forth game so far with both teams 5-5. Both tough defenses.
TJ Lawrence driving in. TJ Lawrence trying to draw a foul. Looks like he will be shooting too.
Team's first. Lawrence to the line, shooting 2.
Taking a look at this replay.
First shot from TJ. That's good. Now, Kelly, a crucial part about basketball, and really probably, in my opinion, one of the most underlooked parts of the sport, is making your free throws. I mean, if you miss, if you go 500, you're already down like a couple of points. You can determine the game.
Yeah, I mean, those points definitely add up. I was just reading an article, actually, just talking about Saquon Barkley and how he actually used to play basketball for Whitehall, and he missed most of his free throws, and so he didn't have a very good point average.
Well, I would say his current career path is going pretty well for him.
Yeah, I guess basketball wasn't necessarily for him, but...
I just gotta apologize to any fans of the Giants out there. It must be pretty hard seeing your team go from bad to worse to even worse, which no one thought was possible, but
yeah, and
I guess it was.
Similar to Saquon Barkley, a lot of these Parkland players also play football.
Yeah,
4 out of 5
right.
of the starting lineup are all key players on the Trojans football team, so they definitely have that good teamwork, group dynamic going for them.
And Kelly, going back to what we were talking about earlier, a lot of underclassmen, I think I counted 3 sophomores, even 1 freshman, I believe. Could be wrong on that. We have to fact check
Don't think
that.
there's
But
any freshmen.
yeah, very underclassmen heavy. So I know Parkland is looking forward to the next few years of their program for boys basketball. Zephyr's trying to make something happen to close the gap. Playing on the top of the key right now. Pass out to number 10. Number 10 drives, passes it back up to the top of the key. Number 23. Oh, draws a foul. No, I'm sorry, that's a charge. That's a charge. Parkland's ball. And that's also what's that?
I thought that was a foul there.
I did too. I mean, on Whitehall, that's also an important part of basketball. Not being afraid to get physical. You can get a lot of time. You can get the ball back by just standing your ground and not being afraid to take the fall. And that time it worked in Parkland's favor.
Definitely.
And Nasir, Jude Roosh with the 3. It's good. I mean, Kelly, we were just saying how he's an efficient 3-point shooter and not a force to be reckoned with.
Those 3-pointers, he just never seems to miss them, at least in this game so far.
Well, this is a great start for the Parkland Trojans. Moving by 7 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the quarter.
They're actually leading by 9, but
My apologies, I was looking at the wrong number on the scoreboard. Leading by 9. And now 10.
wow.
He's open for a 3. It's good. So far, we've seen a lot of 3-point shooting from both teams.
Yeah.
Of course, Jude Rouge carrying most of that for the Trojans, but I would say Whitehall has done a pretty good job at distributing the point value amongst their players in this game so far. Again, only 8 points, but a whole lot of basketball to be played. Blake Nasir with the ball, going out to TJ, going out to Nasir, back out to Jude. Jude with the 3, falls short. TJ with a rebound, passes it back out. It gets intercepted by Whitehall. Whitehall going down the court. Hesse. Oh! No foul on that play. That was a very physical game, but again.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
And you gotta be physical a lot of the time. And that one was not called in Parkland's favor. Jude with the ball. Back out to TJ. Back out to Jude.
It's a great passing game we're seeing here, as we mentioned earlier.
TJ with the shot. Air balls. Yeah, Kelly, I mean, again, they're not afraid to move the ball around, and just like that. Good! Who was that? But Blake Nasir, I believe. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, to be a sophomore and to lead the team in points and just be a key player on the team. I mean, honestly, like a keystone player. That's got to feel good.
I know. He has so much time left in his program, and he's already done so much. I mean, he's seen state championships and is leading their team in points, and I'm excited to see where he goes from here.
Maybe a Nick Koval Jr. in the making.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens. Whitehall, the paint, drives. No shot there. Kind of surprised he took that.
It was a great rebound from Parkland.
Yeah, rebounds have been a crucial part of Parkland's game so far. Nice layup, TJ. Listen, TJ Lawrence is an athlete, a freak of nature, honestly.
Is.
I mean, I can't tell you the amount of times when I'm either at a game for football or basketball and I hear TJ Lawrence on the carrier, TJ Lawrence with the 3. So
yeah, he's just all around such a great athlete. And I mean, again, as a sophomore, I mean, can't wait to see where he goes also.
I mean, I think it just speaks to the area's ability to breed talent like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, the Lehigh Valley is not a force to be affected with.
Definitely not.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Parkland Varsity Basketball Booster Club would like to thank the following sponsors: Shearer Sales and Service,
Wait.
Josh Early Candies, Parkland Youth Center, U-Line, Ironton Auto Body, St. Luke's Sports Medicine, Amada Senior Living, Taco Medical, Plan T, Custody Insurance Agency.
You know, a huge thank you to the Parkland Education Foundation for sponsoring our great, much-loved replay system. Just it really gives you a nice recap of the game, and it has become a staple part of our broadcasting routine.
It's been really a great experience for everyone in the TV studio to learn from, and just for watching and streaming. Makes it more interesting.
Absolutely, Kelly. All right, the second quarter underway. Parkland leads 22-10. Kelly, I gotta say, I was not expecting this start.
No, I was not as well. I was thinking Whitehall would maybe take an early lead, but still a whole lot of basketball to be played, so.
That's right. Yeah, again, still what can happen. 3-pointer from Parkland. Too much on it. Ooh, Parkland players collide in the air. Looks like everyone's okay. Fast break from Whitehall. No good on the way up. It looks like there was maybe a foul called on the play up. He's going to shoot 2. Mason Roberts on the free throws. Yeah, again, a great start from Parkland. I can't say I had a guess on who would be leading by this point, but I thought it would be a much closer game.
Definitely.
But Kelly, you were saying a lot of basketball is yet to be played, so we'll see what happens. Whitehall trying to make something happen here. Top of the key. Out to number 23. Driving into the paint. Little spin move. The ball's up. No good. Rolls out of the basket. Oh, the rebound. Still no good. Looks like we got foul shots coming in Whitehall's way. You know, very physical game so far, Kelly, on both sides.
Yeah, they're not holding back.
That's right. We saw Jude Roosh, I believe, take the charge earlier in the game, and just a lot of fouls to start. I think Whitehall's first points are off of free throws. So, you know, that has to add a lot of wear and tear on the players. I mean, just playing that much of a physical game for 4 quarters of basketball, that's not easy. So this game will definitely have some developments in the future. So stick with us. This is both of the free throws.
Whitehall has seemed to not have such great success on the line. I mean, both teams have missed a few shots, but I definitely think Whitehall, it'd be a smaller gap in the score if they were making more of this.
And I gotta say, it has to be because of our great pack. A great Trojan pack, led by Will Doble.
Are they here tonight?
You know, I heard Will has practice, but I know he's here in spirit.
Sure he is.
I think it's being carried on by Leo right now. Leo Underman. But yeah, I mean,
supporting his fellow football teammates.
That's right, some Parkland pride.
Yes.
at this game. Whitehall back with the ball. Great defense by the Trojans. Not really letting anything in the paint. And when the ball does get there, they aren't afraid to do something about it. Whitehall playing a passing game with a 3. No good. Going back the Trojans' way. And Nasir with the ball. Heading down the court. Miscommunication on that pass there. So it'll be Whitehall's ball. And that's honestly not a thing you see often with Parkland. I feel like they're pretty good with communicating where the ball's going, what's the play call, who's going to get the ball. So just some miscommunication on the Trojans' part, but it happens. I feel like Whitehall has taken a page out of Parkland's book with the passing around the key.
Yes. They've been having a very good passing game. Their shots just don't seem to be sinking.
And that happens in basketball. You can't make it every time, as obviously many know, but this looks to be not a Whitehall's night so far. Now, Kelly, the Zephyrs just got a new mascot for the school. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Have you
seen it?
Yes.
I gotta ask, are any opinions on the new fan favorite?
I was a little confused about it. I definitely find it to be an interesting choice for the mascot. I just would love to know how they were like, yes, a train as the mascot. But
yes, they are
there's
the
weirder
Zephyrs.
mascots out there.
But I'm talking about their new suit for the mascot.
Yeah,
yes.
it's just a train head.
It's a train head, that's right. And a little unknown fact about it, the nose of the train head, it's a light.
Really?
It can light up
That's
RGB,
amazing.
rainbow. I saw it in person.
Wow. I never see the Parkland children around much.
I know.
He should appear more often.
I mean, well, with a physique like his, he has to be in the gym quite a lot, I assume. Last shot not falling for Whitehall. Zephyrs look to be playing more man-on-man coverage. Probably hoping to get some more interceptions, more turnovers against the Trojans. So I mean, it is. We are a good way through the game. Still not at the half yet, but Parkland is up by twice the amount of points that Whitehall has. Parkland 24, Whitehall is 12, and I'm sure Whitehall did not expect this outcome, especially with a record of 15-3. I mean, that is not a easy task to accomplish, a record like that, but
I mean, being second in the EPC and having previously have beaten Parkland, they probably had a lot of confidence going into this game, which, I mean, is warranted. But you never know, upsets are it's the fun of basketball.
And I'm sure a lot of you Purdue fans would know, always got to be aware of the 16 seed, because they will get you.
Yeah, gotta love a good Cinderella story.
Whitehall with the turnover, going Parkland's way. Great passing game from the Trojans. Just going around the key, trying to find someone. Oh! A mishand. Oh! Just fell out of bounds. Going the other way. Whitehall trying to make something happen here. Back out to, ooh, easy three-pointer there, but didn't have the confidence to take the shot. Driving into the paint. Oh, ooh, makes the basket. 14-24, Trojans lead. Lawrence with the play call. No good on the three-pointer. Back out to Parkland, though. Corner. Oh! Jude makes the late shot, but it is no good. No bucket.
It's a great shot, though.
30 seconds, timeout call.
You know, Kelly, you're up by 10 points. What do you think Coach Olsen is saying to his team right now? In the timeout?
I think he's definitely the kind of coach to not let them get cocky
Absolutely.
about the 10-point lead because, I mean, in basketball, 10 points, it's pretty easy to catch up, I will say. I mean, that's...
I mean, it can be a matter of 4 buckets, and then it's a tie game.
So...
but I bet he's saying that, guys, we're all in this together. We got to play as a team.
Yeah, probably telling them to get their heads in the game. Like,
That's right.
Yeah.
Not a time to let up on the Zephyrs. And I mean, Coach Olsen with a great start to his basketball career. I'm not sure what prior experience he had before he took on the head coach of the Parkland Trojans, but leading his team to a state final.
I know. He used to be quite the basketball player himself at Parkland.
Oh, was
Did
he
you know
now?
That? Yeah.
Now, Kelly, I am aware that you used to be a fan of Parkland, or a diehard fan of Parkland
I did used
basketball.
to be a diehard fan of Parkland basketball. Not in Eddie Olsen's times, but back in the days of Sam My Oreo. That was my original Nick.
That's a
Koval.
throwback.
I mean, he was the leading point scorer
Was
until
he?
Nick Koval. Yeah.
Was it? Wow.
In fact. And I was an avid fan of that team. And I went to all their games. And if I couldn't go, I would watch them on Service Electric. And I would always be getting their autographs.
I'm sure they love giving out their autographs to
I'm sure.
their fans.
Well, first grade Kelly.
That's right. First grade Kelly Wood.
I
Whitehall back with the ball. Coming the other way for Parkland. Driving in for the layup. It falls. It's good. Blake Nazareth, man. I mean, he's scary on the court.
Yeah.
Like he's a great balance of being physical enough to draw the foul and to power through a pick, but still has the mechanics and is shifty enough to get around defenders and make the shot that he wants to take.
He's just an all-around amazing athlete. I mean, as we've seen in the last year's basketball season and in this previous football season, if you recall, I think it was against Freedom, he had a game-changing interception, which helped Parkland to come to the district championship. So, basketball is not his only strong suit.
Has a lot of athletes in Parkland.
Yes.
Many multi-sport athletes. Just under half a minute left to go in the half.
This game is flying by.
Well, Kelly, you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun.
They do
And
say
I'm having
that.
a great time.
Me too.
Some might say a fabulous time. Blake Nazareth trying to make something happen here. to end the. And oh, it gets poked out by Whitehall. Blake with the ball again. But it's intercepted by Whitehall, but not in time to make anything happen. The Trojans lead the Zephyrs 26-14 at the half. Upcoming next is an amazing performance from your Parkland dance team, led by captains Alyssa Valletta
and Brooke Stewart.
And Brooke Stewart.
Yeah, so we're going to take a break for the half, and you can enjoy the performance of this Parkland dance team.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome out your Parkland High School varsity dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to announce the winner of the 50-50 raffle. So if you get your tickets out, we will announce the winner of the 50-50 raffle. The raffle ticket number is, the winning number is 4, 6, 4, 3, 3, 1. And the winner is Chris L. That's Chris L. Ticket number 464-331. You can go to the concession stand to collect your money.
Kelly, 1.5 down at basketball, another one to go. First half thoughts?
I think Parkland has been doing a really great job of their passing game, communication, teamwork, and clearly it's working out in their favor with 26 points on the board. Do you have any thoughts on Whitehall?
I am a little surprised by the score. I mean, of course, whole other half to play could go either way. But based off the game that was just at Whitehall versus Emmaus, Whitehall was playing a much more physical game than they are now. And road driving to the paint more. I think they got a little scared because of the Trojans to drive in.
Yeah.
And they're trying to shoot the ball outside of the three-point line, but it's just not falling for them. So we'll see what happens in this next half of basketball coming up right next.
Yeah, but I mean, you were talking about the physical game that Whitehall is playing or not playing, and I think that they're still playing a pretty physical defensive game.
I would agree, Kelly. Yes, still not afraid to draw some contact, but they definitely have to turn things around. And I'm sure their coach said as much.
I'm sure they had
going
a
into the
great
next half.
conversation in the locker room.
That's right. I wouldn't want to be a part of that one.
No.
Real quick, while we have you here, come to Mr. Parkland next weekend, February 1st, 7 p.m.
Yeah, featuring Jacob Barnett.
Yours truly. The best show of the year. You don't want to miss it. Be there at 7 p.m., Mr. Parkland, at Parkland High School. Yeah, but back to basketball. Yeah, I'm just surprised with how the game's gone so far.
No, I agree.
We'll see what happens, but it's always nice to get a little break, little halftime action from the dance team.
Yeah.
Why? Believe had a new dance.
Yeah, I think they did.
Always love seeing them.
Yes.
Perform.
With Parkland TV's very own.
Yes, I mean our own Alyssa Valletta is a dance captain on the team, who I'm told brings the vibes.
Yes.
I'm
Great captain.
sure.
I've seen her in action.
Yes. I'm sure much more. But those are important, vibes.
Yeah.
I gotta have a good vibes to
Yes.
function as a team. Back to basketball. Parkland leads 30-16. And Nasir going down the court. Jude trying to make something happen. I believe I have a sub on the court. Looks like Cameron Hines, I believe.
Yeah, I noticed they hadn't subbed the whole entire first half, which I thought was interesting. But
I could be wrong. It is a little hard to see, but looks like there might have been some changes in the lineup for the Trojans.
it does look like they're sticking with that starting lineup. I mean, no need to change anything, I guess, when they're performing like this.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I'm saying.
Whitehall not fouling again. Back up. Number 23 draws a foul, but is not able to get the N1.
Yeah, he's definitely been a standout for Whitehall, I will say. I mean, there hasn't been much shot accuracy from Whitehall in general, but he has definitely put up a good effort just in general. I mean, he's had some good shots and some good moves on the court.
He's obviously trying to leave here with a win under his belt.
Yes.
First shot, bricks it. I gotta say, all these bricks in Whitehall, you could probably build a house with all of them. I mean, it's just not their night.
Yeah, I mean, with the lack of accuracy they've had on the line, I really think all those points combined that they've missed could probably make this a much closer game.
I agree.
And it really does come down to those free throws sometimes.
And Kelly, that goes back to what we were saying earlier, just about making your free throws, making those and ones, because they add up. And those lack of extra points is proving to be detrimental to Whitehall's success in this game. I see you're trying to make something happen. Looking around the court. I got the TJ. TJ, the pass out back to Nasir with the three. It's good!
Haven't seen much three action from him so far, so it's great to see how well-rounded this team is in a way that they have lots of three-pointer shooters and very versatile players.
Absolutely. I mean, I would say a ball is safe in anyone's hands on this team. Whitehall looks like they're trying to copy some of the plays from Parkland, just passing game. Drives in, back on top of the key. So a lot of outside movement, not a lot of drives, and when there are drives, they usually end up tripped up in the Parkland defense. Across the court, three shot, it's good, in coverage. Amazing shot by the Whitehall offense as they transition back to D up against Parkland. Blake Nazir with the ball. Trying to make something happen here. Crossover to Nasir to Jude. Oh! Turnover on Whitehall's part, but a flag is called. It's gonna be the worst feeling when you get a fast break, but they call a foul. Kind of ruins your entire velocity.
Yeah.
You know.
Really kills that momentum.
Absolutely. Back over to Parkland. Nazir with the inbound. Jude's hands. TJ driving in. Gets denied. Surprised that wasn't an up and down. I gotta be honest. I didn't see it get blocked, but too high of a pass. And you know, listen, basketball it can be played by anyone, but that really is why you see a lot of guys who are freakishly tall.
Yeah,
6'10".
It seems like Parkland, when it comes to offense, has had the most trouble with number 23, Eric Hines, who is coming in at 6'7".
That is,
so,
I can't imagine.
Yeah, not an easy block to get past, but Parkland has found their way.
And they're making it work.
Yeah.
Looks like we got an N1 for Whitehall. He'll try and break the dry spell of missed free throws.
Yes. It's going to be a lot of pressure, just you on the line. Really nothing can...
I mean, all eyes on one player. That's a lot. Especially as the season will progress into the playoffs, EPCs, districts, states.
Yeah, and I mean, the further the season goes on, the louder and the more energetic the fan base gets. I mean, I don't know if you remember the state finals last year was
I remember.
definitely not a good environment to be playing on if you were not on Parkland because big turnout.
A red wave was there.
The red wave did show up.
They showed up.
Part of that red wave.
We have another foul on Parkland. Parkland with 4 fouls, Whitehall with 2. Looks like that foul was on number 25. His second, team's 4th. Looks to be some subbing on Parkland's behalf. Beck joins the team on the court for Parkland. Beck is a 5'11", a junior guard. And I believe he subs for, a TJ. He's a great option too that they have in reserve. And they're definitely not afraid to use him. Looks like there's a little bit of foul trouble, but this time on Whitehall's behalf. Foul on player 4, his 3rd, team's 3rd. Beck with the inbound, going to TJ. Dude trying to make something happen. Ryan Kearney with the ball. Blake Nassery. I mean, you can just see right there, Kai. I mean, every time Blake gets the ball, like, there's a rush to him to try and block his ability to make points. I mean, they're obviously a little bit concerned about his just talent and skill in basketball.
I mean, when somebody has as good of a success rate as him, often other teams definitely are looking to guard him. I mean, we saw that last year a lot with Parkland's team and some intense guarding on Nick Koval, and it seems like a similar situation here. And let's see if he makes his foul shots.
Yeah, it looked like he was thrown to the ground, but he is okay as he shoots. First basket falls in. Parkland 34, Zephyrs 24. Blake with the next shot. It falls as well.
It's very important, Parkland's accuracy when it comes to free throws, because, I mean, we've talked a lot about missing free throws on Whitehall's part, but Parkland seems to be very accurate when it comes to shooting on the line, and it just keeps making that margin of points larger and so much harder for Whitehall to come back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reality to, like, the time it's not over yet. A whole lot of basketball to be played, but it gets to a point where there's not much you can do. Not much more you can do in the time you have. We have just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, but after that, they got 8 minutes to turn this around.
I mean, it is still a 10-point game, so
Right.
Whitehall is still in this.
Absolutely.
I mean, they just got to get those shots in.
As he bricks his free throw after first made crazy bullet pass down the court. Oh!
Foul on that?
Charge on Tyler Beck. And again, just great physicality from Whitehall. I mean, you cannot be afraid to take a fall for the team. Because, I mean, although, you're getting pretty banged up, you help the team out an insane amount. Because if that basket falls, it's no good. So don't be afraid to plant your feet, stand your ground, and just do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, this must be a pretty stressful second half for Whitehall, considering they likely want to keep up their spot second place in the EPC, and it's not great for rankings when third place in the EPC is beating you.
Absolutely. And another charge, this time committed on Whitehall. Both teams exactly even on fouls. Both have 5. So for Whitehall, they are set up to foul late game if needed. But that is obviously not a position you want to be in. So hopefully, if you're a Zephyr, you want to turn that around. Blake with the fake. He is incredible. I mean, just looking at that movement back and forth with Parkland, like, I could not even tell their next move. So that is the element of surprise and really throws the defense. Blake with the ball again. Down court, passes it out to the wing. TJ passes it back out to the wing to Jude. Back to TJ. Back out to Blake. Blake drives in. And back out to Nasir. No shot, travel. Not sure who the travel was on. It was either between Blake Nasri or Nasir Adams. But either way, it is now Whitehall's ball.
Some substitutions for Parkland. Looks like they're taking Blake out.
Which is an interesting move.
Yeah.
But
gotta rest him.
probably gonna give him some rest in this last few minutes of the quarter.
I'm not sure who they put in for him, so let's see.
We'll find out. Looks like number 10, Javian Porter, replaces sophomore Blake Nassery. Javian is a 11th grade guard at 6'3". And I mean, if he's on the team, he has to be pretty good, so hopefully he can fill the shoes while Blake is getting some rest and be a role player for the team.
I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure he's like a new player to
Is
our
he a new
school.
player?
Like, I think he's new to our school, from what I've heard. But he's had a good season, definitely making his mark at Parkland.
Absolutely. Both shots fall for Whitehall, making it a 10-point game in the Trojans' favor. Whitehall looking at some man coverage. Javian took the pass in the paint to, it looks like, Jude. Amazing communication, amazing ball handling. These guys know what they're doing, to say the least. Whitehall trying to imitate the Trojans for some points. It's up. No good. Denied. Amazing rejection by the Trojans. And Nasir with the little move there on the layup, but it looks like he got fouled. He'll shoot 2. And yeah, I mean, these points just add up, Kelly, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy just how much the gap keeps on getting bigger, and it's really coming down to these foul shots, as Parkland has made, like, most of theirs, and Whitehall has made very few, so we'll see.
I mean, it is a very important game. You gotta, every basket counts, every shot counts, and looks like the Trojans are aware of that.
Yes.
Some bench movement as his shot does not fall. Whitehall gets the rebound. With just under a minute to go, they're looking to close the gap, at least a little bit. Back off the key, top of the key. Just, going around, I try to make something happen. Driving in coverage. That was not the shot you want to take. He does get the foul, but I mean, he had options. Like, isn't that right, Kelly?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, that was not a great time to be on the line, considering they've not really been having much success. So
another brick from Whitehall. They may be able to donate some bricks to our new school renovation now for this game.
yeah, I mean,
See what happens.
all adds up.
That one falls, making it a 11-point game. Half a minute to go. Whitehall really trying to turn the tide before the end of the quarter. A double man coverage on Blake. Nasir with the ball. Trying to make something happen here. Pass it to Blake.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard for Whitehall, considering
Fall
they have a
short.
much older team than Parkland.
Yes.
Parkland's team is pretty much made up of sophomores and some juniors. But looking at Whitehall's roster, it seems like they have a lot more seniors on the team, especially seniors that are doing more in the game. So I think that definitely enhances the pressure and makes them want to win and have a good senior year season. So
Absolutely. All right, that is the end of the third quarter of play. Parkland 39, Zephyrs 28. Kelly, I mean, if you're Whitehall, what's in your head right now?
I mean, I think if I was Whitehall, I would definitely just be focused on closing that gap. I mean, even if they can't, like, win or catch up completely, to at least make it a closer game.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not, like, too far of a game. It's
I
still
don't blow
11
up by
points.
any means. Yep.
So they just want to mainly focus on stopping Parkland's point value from, like, going up more. So I think they should focus on defense and stopping Parkland's shots, because Parkland is having a lot of success with their shots. So if they can stop that, I think that they can still be in this.
And if you're Parkland, you know, you're just going to keep doing what you've been doing, which is playing aggressive, not being afraid to pass the ball, and it's working in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get lazy or cocky at this
Absolutely
point. I mean, still, Whitehall's still in this and don't want to blow this lead.
It is Whitehall's ball to start the quarter. I mean, yeah, Kelly, just a few made baskets, like, not like that one, but if Whitehall gets a few baskets here and Parkland goes unanswered, and they go unanswered with no answer from Parkland, I mean, this game will turn around. So, not over yet. Whitehall will inbound the ball. Going to number 5. Goes to 3. Back out to 5. Just going back and forth. Not afraid to not waste time, but to spend time to develop the play.
Yeah, I think something
In the paint.
I think something that Whitehall has been doing a little bit is rushing their shots and not focusing on the passing game and just waiting for the right shot. Instead, they've been more just shooting because they need the points. But, I mean, the quality of the shot ultimately is the most important. So that passing game style that Parkland has been showing this whole time is definitely something that it seems like Whitehall is trying to model after.
And that is a 3-point play after the and one.
I mean, suddenly it's an 8-point game.
All of a sudden, I'm seeing 39 to 31. Much different from a 12-point deficit. TJ in cover. Jude with the 3. No foul, but there was some contact. Back out to Nasri. Back out to Nasir. He drives in. A contested shot. Not the shot I would have taken. I would have passed it back out, but he does draw the foul. So he'll shoot 2. I'm sorry, he will not shoot 2. He will inbound the ball. There was no shot.
You can see a replay of that foul.
Again, thank you to the Parkland Education Foundation for the replay system grant. Greatly appreciated in the Parkland TV studio.
Definitely.
Nasir with the ball. And if you're Parkland, I mean, you still have to execute and make points, but time is on your side. I mean, if you can shave off, like a few seconds every play, more than you would originally, you're in good shape to win this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, as few possessions as Whitehall can get, the better for Parkland, so that Whitehall doesn't close this gap. This increasingly smaller gap.
Shot from Blake. It falls after going around the basket. Yeah, so I mean, the whole game has hung around a 10-point or so gap, a 10-point margin, as Whitehall gets the foul going up. Okay, Joel Embiid, I think you're okay. All right, but yep, he gets up. So he'll shoot 2.
Out of Whitehall's players, I think he seemed to have the most success on the line. I mean, he just made both of his shots.
Yeah, I mean, Hines is definitely a key player for the Zephyrs as he makes the first shot, making it a 9-point game all of a sudden. I mean, we're into single digits. He looks to make an 8-point game with this shot. No good, no luck. Parkland gets the rebound. Pass out to Nasir. He has a double main coverage. Now triple, back to double. Oh, and the ball is turned over. Fast break from Whitehall. Makes the layup. Kelly. All of a sudden, we're seeing some momentum going in
they must
Whitehall's
have
favor.
had a really great pep talk between those quarters.
Oh, it's an and 1 as well. So, chance to make this a 6-point game. 2 possession and a tie. We'll see what happens as number 5 shoots the ball. And it's good. Kelly, all of a sudden.
This got interesting.
That's right. But we knew this game was not over by the half. Still work to be done, and that's showing right now. Ball makes its way down the court. I mean, if you're Whitehall, you're doing all that you. I mean, there isn't a safe place for you. Like Parkland can shoot from inside, outside the paint, outside the three-pointer line, inside the three-pointer line, mid-range. So you got to be a constant watch defense for any player on Trojans. That is a timeout.
Yeah, I think most people can agree. There's nothing better than a close game in basketball, the thriller. Especially with the comeback from Whitehall. Just makes it a really interesting game to watch, and I'm excited to see how these last 5 minutes of play out.
And as these teams' seasons progress, these games become more and more important, and they need to win these games to have a better ranking in the EPCs, to make it to districts, and the dream to win the state title.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is to get back to Hershey.
It all happens in Hershey. The second best chocolate place in Pennsylvania.
And what's the first?
Josh Shirley Candy song. Tillman and Brown.
Shameless plug.
Open all but 7 days of the year. Back to basketball. We got a 6-point game. Fast break from Whitehall. Contact and one again. You know, Kelly, I'm not sure if they're watching the PTV stream right now, but I think they took our advice to, you know, make those, to be physical.
Yeah.
Make those foul shots, and all of a sudden.
I'm sure our commentary is what's in mind on that court.
Well, I would hope so. I mean,
yeah.
The best of the best from PTV, as his first shot is good. I stand corrected, it was not an and one, but number 4 for the Zephyrs will shoot 2, makes the first, looking to make it a 4-point game. He does.
Wow.
Kelly, this is listen, 2 possessions and they're ahead.
Yeah.
This game has definitely changed in momentum.
It's become quite the thriller here.
Caught up in traffic as Joel Embiid rises from the floor. Looks like Jude will shoot 2. His first bricks does not go. So now, Kelly, we're seeing, I mean, Parkland are very efficient with their free throws at the start. They're really not missing any, but all of a sudden, Whitehall woke up.
Yeah, having a little reversal of roles here.
As his last shot falls, making it a 5-point game. With just under 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. Lots of game to be played. Gets past the defender. 23. No good, but a valiant effort from the Zephyrs as the ball will go the other way.
Spartan got that important rebound because otherwise I think that ball would have been right back up and in.
I mean, the amount of putbacks that at number 23, Eric Hines, can get for the Zephyrs is crucial to their success. And I haven't seen it much of this game, but when the Zephyrs played Emmaus last Friday, I mean, he was the MVP of the game in my opinion. Nasir with the pass out to Nasri. Nasri drives in. Nasri trying to draw a foul. But the ball is turned over, going back the Zephyr way. Fast break here. Up. No good. Fast break back to the Trojans. Pass over. Ooh. And one. The bench is live and loving it.
Get a little replay
Just
of that.
Look at, I mean,
wow.
Can't beat that. I'm not afraid to be physical and get in there and do what needs to be done as he will shoot.
Reclaiming that game.
Reclaiming that game as he will try to widen the point margin. And he does. 8-point game, Kelly.
Wow.
So, a bit shaky for the first few minutes of this quarter, but back to around their 8, 10, 12-point margin, which is where they've been for most of this game.
Seems like Parkland has found themselves back on the line. My mistake. That was a replay.
And we're back. Whitehall just passing it. I gotta say, their game has gotten much faster in this last quarter, but a turnover as Nasir gets the ball. Back out to Jude, back out to Nasir. Coach Olsen, coach from the sideline, doing what he does best. And Nasir driving in, back out to Jude. I mean, you can tell that they're afraid of Jude's power to make this game not as easy of a comeback.
What do you think, Jake?
Whitehall, good on the layup. 8-point game again. So still work to be done, and if Parkland can just continue to stay consistent, make their extra points, and make their simple layups, they should be okay. But as we all know, basketball is not a easy sport to determine the victor. So anything can happen here.
What do you think, Jake? Do you think Whitehall is going to close the gap?
I can't make a call on that, Kelly. I gotta say, anything could happen as a Parkland's layup does not go, but they will block the ball. Get turnover, fast break, one of TJ with the layup. It's good! Amazing ball work from TJ Lawrence. And I mean, you know, him playing football has got to help with his ability to be mobile and just like make the play that he wants to happen.
I mean, running down that 100-yard football field must make this basketball court seem pretty small.
It's probably a nice change of pace for him.
Definitely. And you know, nobody tackles you, so there's that too.
Well, there's not. It's supposed to be, but some players can get aggressive.
True.
Whitehall shooting 2, 10-point margin. First one's good.
You know, I find it's really true that the whole game is the fourth quarter. I've always just, March Madness, I always just watch the fourth quarter of games because it's really, so much happens in one quarter.
I mean, anything can happen in any quarter. But I definitely agree that fourth quarter is crucial to a team's success.
Always got to tune in.
Now, although basketball is a game for tall players, Coach Olsen is not afraid to enlist some small talent on his team. I mean, look at that.
Passing out that water.
Great play. I mean, can we get an instant on that? An instant replay, please? Maybe not. But, I mean.
Just look at that. That passing game.
You can't get better than that, honestly.
He very well could be the future of Parkland basketball.
He's doing his part. He's doing what he needs to do to ensure
keeping them hydrated. Success. I mean, I think they have him to thank for this success.
He's my MVP.
Same.
Okay. Nasir caught up in some trouble, but leaves the backcourt wide open as that looks to be a goaltending violation. And it will be called. Parkland's 2 points.
Something that has really been impressing me with Parkland, especially towards the end of this game, is their long passes down the court. I mean, they might as well be playing football here with how far they're passing.
Yeah. They're not afraid to just air it out if it's open, and it's working out for them. I want to apologize to our TD, Ainsley Quay. I had her on mute for the past 10 minutes. Ainsley, that one's on me. As number 23 does not going back on defense. That is a statement of a move. I mean, very slow to get back. He's very lucky that Parkland didn't get a fast break there. And I mean, Kelly, he is just slowing down.
Yeah.
I'm not
At a
sure
certain
if
point,
it's
I think playing against this team with Parkland just got to wear you down, you know?
I'm not sure if it's a lack of spirit or energy, but it's showing as he has his hands on his knees to catch a breath. Looks like TJ Lawrence will shoot 2. With a minute left, this is where Whitehall is trying to transition into the fouling game. Kelly, you want to explain the thought process behind that?
Well, I would love to explain the thought process behind that. I mean, basically just to stop the clock and hope to not get too many more points.
Yeah,
you got anything else to say about that,
No,
Jake?
it is crucial to save as much time as you can. And although fouling does give Parkland some presumably easy points, or they should be, I mean, it's very easy for those shots to fall out. And if those fall out, it's back to Whitehall. But this is a 10-point game going in the Trojans' favor.
30 seconds left. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think Whitehall's going to score 10 points in the next 28 seconds. But
Kelly, have you watched a game of March Madness?
I have.
Although it's not March.
It's not March.
And I would say this is
but there's some madness.
far from madness. But anything can happen.
It's very true. I, for one, am looking forward to March Madness.
Kelly, who's your team?
My team? Okay, I've never really stuck with a college basketball team. I, at one point, was a Penn State fan, but they're not very skilled when it comes to basketball.
Very much a football school.
Definitely a football school.
Fumble on Whitehall.
I bandwagoned to Duke at one point.
No shame.
But
easy dunk from the sophomore, Blake Nasri. That has to feel good. Bench is loving it.
I love to see the energy from Parkland's players on the bench. You can just tell they really support each other, and this win means a lot to all of them.
I mean, great win from Parkland. Great execution. Travel. Oh, no travel. I apologize, but.
And
I mean,
that's the game.
This game is over. I mean, unless Whitehall can score 14 points in 9 seconds, which I've never seen. But
me neither. But
first for everything. But he will shoot 2 in hopes of making this a 12-point game. But again, excellent effort by Parkland, doing what they needed to do, passing the ball, not being afraid of being physical, and it works in their favor.
Yeah, and I mean, also a great effort from Whitehall. I mean, even though this loss will probably be hard for them to shake, still they've been having a really great season, and they put up a great game tonight. Just lots of shots that did not sink the way they were hoping for.
But as Whitehall, you have to get past this loss. I mean, if you let this affect your season, there's a lot of basketball to be played for both teams.
And I mean, considering last time they played, Whitehall won, but as we can see, Parkland came back from that loss, and that's what's important.
Looks like the Zephyrs are still playing the fouling game as we'll go to the line for the Trojans. Blake with the shot, adding insult to injury, as this is now a 14-point game.
Yeah, I've got to say, props to Parkland's coaching staff they must be pretty proud of themselves for coaching up such a young team and such an inexperienced team. The whole starting lineup last year was seniors, and it's just amazing to see how far this team has come, even just at this point in the season.
And that is final. Parkland 57, Whitehall 42. The number 3 upsets number 2. And Kelly, I'm very interested to see how this is going to affect the rest of both teams' seasons. I mean, still lots of work to be done for Parkland, and
Definitely.
Whitehall will still be ranked on number 2 in their division. But I mean, if this shows any sense of a trend or a change in standings, it is going to be an interesting rest of the season.
Well, it's been a great night of basketball for Parkland and a great effort by the Zephyrs. And any thoughts on that, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, a great game by both teams. Zephyrs fell to the Trojans 57-42. I'm Jacob Barnett.
And I'm Kelly Wood.
Thank you for watching Parkland TV, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a
for
great
more
night.
Boys basketball. Have a great night, people.
That's your